thirst is kinda snuffy, cold chill up your spine. You'll get your ass moving, son, we're burning daylight.
Howdy there, I'm Matt McKinley and we're burning daylight.
In the saddle till the job's done right.
Welcome to Burning Daylight, the only podcast for the working cowboy. Well, welcome back, Daylight Burners. Happy Friday evening. Do you do much on Fridays anymore, Jake?
Yeah, man.
You're a big time Friday guy. Okay. Well,
hey, I'm single.
yeah. We'll have to kind of play it by ear for the first couple of weeks, see what day makes the most sense to record. But
right.
yeah, we're gonna try this out and see if we can make it a full season. But I really enjoy betting on football in particular. Like I bet UFC a little bit, but mostly NFL is what I kind of my wheelhouse. And not that I'm very good at it, but I've won a little bit here and there. Like last season treated me okay, and week one did not. Week one, I didn't bet very much because I was in and out of service, so I didn't get my bets in till later, and the ones I had later fucking sucked. So I called the Lions beating. I picked them to cover. I didn't pick them to win outright, but
same here.
And then I don't think I won anything else. I should have took the under the Broncos Raiders game. Like Broncos hit the under almost every time last year.
The Lions was the only bet I put in last week.
Nice.
Wasn't really prepared enough and didn't know their lineups well enough. So
yeah, and then your boy goes down on fourth play in against like that.
Yeah, he's not my boy anymore.
That's true. He's still like that. I was like, wow, that sucks. I was kind of wanting to see what they were gonna do with that lineup.
I mean, I thought that offense was gonna be pretty solid. They got a great wide receivers.
Yeah.
Just needed a quarterback, it seemed like, but
man, now they got
ain't gonna happen now.
They got that sneaky Mormon that bangs his buddy's moms or something like that.
Who? Wilson?
Zach Wilson, yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
There was some sort of scandal where he was like, I think maybe it was his mom's friend that he was banging. I'm not sure, but
oh boy.
I don't know. They might have just been so. You'd think an experienced Mormon woman would show them ropes. I don't. Hard telling. But yeah, we were talking before the show, folks, and we're neither one of us real comfortable at giving college football picks. So I'm not even sure. First couple weeks of college football are so gay. Like nobody plays anybody. Like there are very few people play anybody. And it's all like Division II schools versus powerhouses. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess some of it's kind of nice because it's like the only time CSU ever gets to play somewhere good is when you go get paid to get beat up on by a good school. But I mean, it seems like everyone does that. You know, they just want little tune-up games, and you know, they don't do like big, ranked matchups anymore.
No, not
really. At least not that
many. There's a few here and there, but so we got Florida State looks like they could be legit, but that conference is so dog shit that, I mean, I guess if they run the table, they'll be in the playoff. But Penn State, Illinois, like I don't know.
Yeah, but that's that's another conference that they're loaded. So I mean,
yeah.
Who knows if Penn State, it seems like everyone might beat up on himself.
Yeah, exactly. So I did take my bookie had a boost, and it was Penn State, LSU, K State, and somebody else. It was a 4-leg parlay at like plus 125, but they were all those Penn State, LSU, K State, and who was the other one? I guess I can look. Anyway, but that was kind of like my only. Um, oh, and Florida State. So LSU, Penn State, Florida State, K State, all win that pays plus 125. So that's not a bad one. I don't know. I bet pretty heavy on CU to beat the fuck out of CSU.
Oh yeah, me too.
And then our coach started talking shit and not even very good shit either.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's never heard of like Dion before.
Right. Like they all have that. He has like that Jordan mentality where he just has to like, if there's nothing to put a chip on his shoulder, he'll like make something up. And then you're just like fueling him. Like they're going to put up 60 on us.
Yeah. And then you see Dion went out and bought his whole team some sunglasses this week too.
Oh,
after
shit.
after our coach went off. It's like, all right.
Dion. Yeah. Man, Dion's just like, I mean, he's fucking Dion. Like he's just as cool as they come.
Yeah.
I don't know. CSU has not given me any reason since I left college to continue my support for the football team. So
we had that one good season in there.
Yeah, with McElwain, and then he paid to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's good to see somebody in the state of Colorado trying to win at football for once in a while. So
I just wish it wasn't CU.
I would do too, but in the meantime, like I grew up watching CU, so I still hate their fans, but I'm gonna follow the team this year. They're pretty fun to watch. So
yeah.
But NFL's where we're at. So that's really all I got for college. I'm not.
I got nothing better. Maybe later in the season.
Yeah. Yeah, we might. We'll keep an eye on it, and if there's anything juicy, we'll let you know. But did you bet last night? You did bet last night, right? Yeah. So I won pretty good last night. I had a teaser and then little parlay that hit. Philly still looks good.
I parlayed Philly -6 in the over.
Yeah.
So I pushed on the over.
Yeah.
I was hoping they were going to get like one little last score in there, but it didn't happen.
No, I think I had them to win straight up and in the over, and then I teased it on the over and the spread both. So I think what do you say? We say it was like Philly +1 and whatever the over was, but
I don't know how you got Philly +1. I got a -6.
Really? Well, it was a 6-point tier, 7-point tier.
Oh, okay.
So,
I got you.
And so yeah, it was that, and then I brought the over down, and yeah, so that. Baltimore, Cincinnati. What happened with Joey B? Like
I don't know. I didn't watch the game.
I didn't either, and I looked and I was like, holy shit, they got rocked.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna chalk that up to a fluke for now, and
I kind of hope so.
3-point spread, overs 46.5. Cincy's -170, favorite at home. Huh. That's I don't like those numbers. Like maybe throw that in a teaser somewhere, but I don't think I'm going to bet that straight up.
That's a hard one. I mean, um, Jackson didn't have like a great game, but he didn't really have to because they're just kind of beating up on him the whole game. So they didn't
Yeah.
really put any pressure on him. But I mean, I assume they're both proven that they can put up points. So
Yeah.
I kind of want to take the over. If that was the only thing I might do, would be
Yeah.
the over.
That'd be kind of where I'd be looking at too. Yeah, other than that, I don't like any of those lines.
Yeah.
It's a slight edge to Cincinnati, but that's basically a pick 'em. 3-point spread, and I don't like it. Kansas City, Jacksonville. It's in Duval. Kansas City's favorite -182, over 51. That's a high over, but I could see that hitting. Well, I don't know. Kelsey's still out, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Um,
Um,
but I mean, after losing the Lions, I think the Chiefs come out strong.
yeah, yeah, and they, I mean, shit, they can put up points real fast too. Who else do they have though? I mean, they got Pacheco at running back, and I really don't know.
Tony.
Oh yeah, Kadarius Toney. Yeah.
Um, and Scott Moore.
Okay. Yeah, they could
But
put
I
up some
mean, I don't
points.
think they had so many drops last week.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Mahomes will put the ball there, so they can put up some points. I might take that over. Um,
I think I'm gonna take Chiefs at -3.5.
yeah, do you think they cover that?
I think so.
I I kind of want to take Jacksonville straight up. Just see. I mean, it's not. I don't feel great about it, but it's plus money. So, and
I mean,
I could see Jacksonville pulling it off.
it'd be wild to see KC go down 0-2.
That would be wild. Well, so the
But I mean,
Raiders are
without,
oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say without Kelsey though. I mean, that's a lot different team.
Yeah, it really is. And so I think I might take Jacksonville straight up at plus 147. Yeah, I'm gonna put that there for now. Market Seahawks Lions. That are the Lions legit this year? They look like they might be legit.
I kind of think so. Um, there's a little bit of sloppiness on both sides that first week. Maybe just
Mm-hmm.
chalk that up to being like a first week, getting some things worked out. But they took out the Chiefs,
Yeah.
which is surprising, and their defense looked really nice, which is what really hurt them last year, especially the first half. So I do think that they're uh, I think they're favored to win the North. I think that's pretty much locked up at this point.
Yeah,
Um,
I I like I don't know if I like him at -5, but I like him to win that. Overs 47. I don't know. I'm kind of rooting for the Lions to win the North this year, you know, just they've been terrible for so long that they're kind of a fun story.
I'm a Packers fan, so I can't root for them,
Yeah.
but I do. I mean, living here, Detroit mean that everyone's super excited. Although it seems like they always start the season like that and they get brought back down to earth. So,
how are Lions fans to deal
oh,
with?
it's pretty awful. uh, but I'll give them that there's still a lot of diehard fans, even though they're just always awful.
Yeah.
So props for that. But I hate hearing about them beating the Packers every once in a while.
Oh yeah.
After
I
they
bet
lost to them for like 20 years straight.
Yeah. Oh, the Broncos are they're on the list. I was watching it last week. What they said, they have 2 of the top 5 longest losing streaks to particular teams, and they've lost 15 straight to the Chiefs, and now 7 straight to the Raiders.
7 straight to the Raiders.
Yeah,
that's embarrassing, man.
And like we used to just slap the Raiders around all the time, and now like Denver's so bad. Like they make it hard to be a fan. It's since Peyton left.
I mean, the Raiders haven't been good in 20-something years. I think they've only made the playoffs like once or twice since.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Since their Super Bowl run.
Yeah.
They looked pretty good. I mean, it was kind of an ugly game, but they came back in the fourth to win it. I mean, it was a good defensive stand. Wilson looks better than he did last year, but he still doesn't look all that good. It was an ugly game.
I mean, you could only go up from last year.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I don't know. I got him at spread at 8.5. I don't know if the Raiders can cover that.
Yeah. Who are they playing?
Buffalo.
Buffalo. Oh, I don't know. You gonna do anything on the Seahawks Lions?
Oh yeah. I'm taking the -4.5.
Okay, you got it at 4.5. I got it at 5. Yeah, I'll take Lions to cover. Colts, Texans, they don't have anything up on that. Nobody cares. Bears, Buccaneers. They're -149. Tampa favorite, spreads at 2.5. That might be a good under game to take. Under at 41. That's liable to be pretty ugly.
Yeah. They both put up 20 last week.
Mm-hmm.
The under is not bad.
Yeah. This is kind of like that's kind of a degenerate game to bet on, though. The Bears Buccaneers. I mean, it's just kind of garbage. I mean, and it's an early game too, so you shouldn't be that much in the hole by then to have to bet to pull out. So I would probably just stay away from that game. That one's gross. But 8.5 on the Raiders Bills. Plus 310 for the Raiders to win straight up. I might throw $10 on that. Just I could see the Raiders winning. Fucking Josh Allen looked bad. He did not look good that game. They should have won by 30 points after Rodgers went out, but that Jets defense is pretty good though.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. Plus 310 is pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know. I might throw the Raiders to cover too. 8.5's a lot. Isn't it something like 2/3 of all the games are like one score or less?
I'm not actually sure.
I heard that somewhere one time, and I don't know how accurate it is, but it seemed, I don't know, once they get up there, and especially in the NFL, once they get closer to 10-point spreads, like that's a lot for the NFL.
Yeah, it is.
College, you'll see like 30-point spreads, and yeah, just it's dirty. Chargers, Titans, Chargers at -3 or -147, spreads at 3, overs at 45. I bet the Chargers win by a touchdown. I don't know.
How'd they look last week?
They put up some points, but Miami looks really good.
Yeah, Tua had a game, man.
Yeah, and the Chargers have a pretty salty defense, but it's the Chargers are the Chargers, man. They're gonna look really good until it counts, and then they're gonna suck.
Chargers
but
way.
I bet I'll take them to cover 3. The over under I'll stay away from because Tennessee, like, they're gonna try to control the ball for as long as they can, just run Henry down your throat. So they're not gonna put up a ton of points, but the Chargers, they can put up some points. So I'm gonna stay away from the over under on that.
Yeah, I got them at -2.5. I think I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Packers Falcons. It's almost a pick 'em. Packers are. I guess the Falcons are the favorites, -120. But that's spreads 1.5. So, I don't know. I haven't watched either one of these.
Jordan Love looked pretty good. I think I'll take the Packers at +1.5.
Yeah. All right. I'll ride with
maybe
you
I'll
on
just
that
take them.
one.
I might just take them straight up at that point.
Actually, yeah, it's better odds. Honestly, it's -102, -110 for the spread. So yeah, Packers straight up. I like that one. Niners, Rams. Niners are big favorites. -349, spreads at 7, over at 45.5. I'll take the Rams to cover that. I think the Rams can put up points.
They both put up 30 last week.
Yeah,
against not amazing teams, but
yeah,
you're right. They can put up some points. Over is pretty good. I like 45.
Yeah. Yeah, I might take the over. I'll come back to it, but I may take the Rams to cover too, +7. That's a lot of points in the NFL. So, Giants, Cardinals, gross, all of it.
I don't want to touch that game.
No, fuck that. The Giants are like toxic, and then I don't know what the fuck's going on with the Cardinals. They're Broncos, Commanders in Denver. Commanders. I really don't like that new name. I thought they should have just stuck with Washington Football Team.
It's funny, at least.
Yeah, I kind of liked that one. I'm not Indian, so I had no problem with the Redskins, and so, but I think a bunch of white women did. So, Overs 39. I might take an under there. Denver's defense still pretty decent. Commanders, I don't know if Denver wins that game, but spreads at 3.5. Yeah.
I think I'm going to stay away from it.
It's not a bad idea. I think I'm going to take the under.
All right.
Because I won a lot of money picking Denver unders last year, and I didn't pick it last week, and I should have. And so that's my. I'm just going to go off a historical bias there until they prove me otherwise. Jets, Cowboys. I can see the Cowboys going there and losing at home after they like beat the shit out of the Giants, come home and lose to the Jets with no Aaron Rodgers.
I mean that
it'd be a typical Cowboys.
Yeah, move. It
would. I'm not going to bet that happens, but +9. I don't know. It's another game I kind of want to stay away from because I don't. The Jets have a really talented team. They don't have a quarterback.
I'm really tempted to take the over at 38.5.
Yeah.
But your Jets defense is pretty good. And the Jets offense probably isn't going to be very good. So it could be a low scoring one.
I wish there was a way we could bet on Micah Parsons decapitating Zach Wilson. Like that might happen. Yeah, I think I'm going to stay away from that game, but Dallas defense looks really good. Or maybe the Giants are just that bad, but Micah Parsons is unbelievable. That dude's is insane. Yeah. But yeah, I don't like any of those numbers. Yeah. Dolphins, Patriots, that ought to be a decent game. Dolphins are -160 favorites. It's in New England. 3-point spread. Overs at 46.5. I kind of like the over. Is New England's defense any good?
I don't know. I didn't watch the game.
I didn't either.
But they're usually pretty okay at the worst. So,
but
I mean, like Tua throws the ball.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. Yeah, I think I might take the over. I think Miami probably wins that, but being in Foxborough, it should be close. I'd think division game. So, I think I might take the over. That's probably it.
I think I'm taking the over and Miami.
Yeah.
-3.
Nice. I might come back to that, but over for sure. Come back and see on that. Saints, Panthers. Derek Carr threw the ball around a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
Who's the quarterback for the Panthers? Then they just draft somebody.
Young.
Oh yeah, Bryce
Young.
I didn't see. I think they win.
No, they lost.
Huh.
It wasn't good.
Okay. I might take the Saints -3. Money lines at -161. Overs at 39.5. Yeah, I'll take Saints to cover.
Okay. I'm tempted to take the under there.
Yeah.
But I got it at 40, and that's low.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think I don't even know who's coaching down at St. or New Orleans anymore, but they still got some weapons. They got Chris Olave and Michael Thomas. Kamara's, I don't know if he's
He's
playing this
suspended.
week.
He's suspended,
Oh, okay.
so
What'd he do?
I don't know.
Did he beat a woman or did he?
I doubt it because it was only like a 3-game suspension.
Oh, okay. And they don't test for weed anymore, so it's not weed. Um, hmm. I don't know. Well, I could see New Orleans putting up some points, but Carolina's got a good defense too. So, uh, I think New Orleans covers the spread.
Okay.
The rest of, and that's so. Then we got
Cleveland,
that's the
Pittsburgh.
first. Yeah, that was the first Monday night. So then Cleveland, Pittsburgh. Cleveland's -144 favorite. Spreads at 2.5. Overs at 38.5. Man, those are Cleveland beat the shit out of Cincinnati, and Pittsburgh got the shit kicked out of them by San Fran.
Yeah, I
I,
think
I
Cleveland
think
with the spread, I think is a solid
I'm
bet
thinking so
here.
too. Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from the totals over here, but I think Cleveland at 2.5 is a pretty good call. Um, but yeah, I don't. It's a huge division rivalry, but I don't know the Steelers. They just have a defense and that's it. And yeah, I don't know. The Browns on paper are really good. They have been for the past several years, but still the Browns.
Yeah, it's hard for me to bet for the Browns, but
Yeah,
+2.5 after last week, I'll do it.
yeah. Is how did Deshaun look? Did you see any highlights or anything?
I saw some highlights. He looked good, really good.
Okay. That that dude's such a weird motherfucker, but he can play some football.
Yeah, he can.
That's
I mean, yeah, I think whatever his suspension and everything kind of. I mean that hurt, and I'm sure just not being around football for that long, it's got to be good, not good. But I mean,
yeah,
he looked really solid, and I mean, he used to be great. So
yeah, like
the talent's
yeah
there
that
somewhere.
yeah that's for sure. Yeah, the guy could definitely he could ball, but really that was a weird. That whole thing was weird. Like you literally could have just paid them to do that and not been a creep about it. Like
Yeah,
I mean, guys
that,
have been doing that for a long time. Like that's a kind of a common thing. You just pay for that shit. But I don't know, man.
or
People are
also
weird.
you're Deshaun Watson.
Yeah,
I'm,
like
I'm sure you can do it all right on your own.
right. Yeah, I think with that kind of money and swagger, like that scene. Yeah, you get kind of whatever you wanted. I really weird. Like just weird.
Yeah, I
I don't know.
agree.
Yeah, it's but yeah, like I said, the dude could play some football. Who who are you looking at after week one? It was kind of a weird first week of football too. There was some like I figured the Niners would roll against the Steelers, but I didn't think they would just butt rape them like that.
Uh, I'm not that surprised. Well, I don't know. Pickett had an okay game, but I mean, McCaffrey went off, and until he gets hurt.
Yeah.
He's going to do that like every single week.
Yeah. Yeah. He's,
and you had a like huge game too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's and what's his name? The Mr. Irrelevant. Shit. The Purdy. Brock Purdy had a like game manager. That's all he's got to be. Don't turn the ball over. And
I don't like him that much, but I mean, when you got McCaffrey, like just
don't
turn the ball over, you'll be all right.
He's good enough. Like he's just good enough. He's they got that just a nasty ass defense, and then like McCaffrey, and then you can give it to Debo Samuel either in the air or on the ground. Like they could go all the way to the Super Bowl, and then Kyle Shanahan will have a meltdown and lose it. Yeah, they look tough. Philly looks good. The Bills did not look particularly good.
I mean, I'd say bad, yeah.
Yeah,
but they got so much talent there. I think that that ship gets back on track.
I think so too, and that's also you're in New York City on 9/11. Like it just, I don't know. It felt right for the Jets to win that one. Even after Rodgers goes down after 4 plays, like that was.
Oh, that's good. That's gotta hurt. I mean, the Jets haven't been good for a long time. Seems like they finally going their way.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
he's out for the year.
I was really intrigued to see what they were going to do there because there was some legit talent, and then if Rodgers could still spin the ball, I mean, they looked pretty good, and then 4 plays in and blows out his Achilles. That sucks.
So they're just going to stick with Wilson, or what do you think?
I don't know. Apparently Kaepernick was reaching out, but they were not interested.
I mean, he's pretty old now, and he hasn't played in a long time.
A couple of years ago, it might have been a pretty feasible thing, but now, who knows what you'd get, plus all the baggage.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw a list of like I can't even remember who still like sitting around on their couch somewhere, but I don't think any of those are like better options than Wilson. Not that Wilson's good, but
right, he's at least familiar with the system. I mean, they were throwing out. I had heard like Flacco and Phillip Rivers and Matt Ryan, and it's like there's maybe, but they're also just old. Just there's just not much out there for the quarterback position now.
So I could see them going to try and grab like a backup from someone. Just to be their backup now or something. Or maybe like try and fight for a position. But week 1 is a hard time to lose your brand new quarterback.
That it's you didn't even make it a series. And then he's like, fuck, man, that would suck so bad to be a Jets fan right now. Like, your whole season just like, oh fuck, again, here we go again.
Yeah, that reminds me, I forgot to even rub it in Tim's face.
Yeah, Tim, the Jets fan, fucking guy, Chargers fan at one point too. Fucking guy. I think San Francisco looks really good. Philly looks really good, and Detroit looks pretty all right. That's kind of what I took away from the NFC. AFC West is wide open though. Like I thought the Chiefs kind of had it locked up, but I don't know. It's kind of anybody's ball game right now. If when Kelsey comes back, we'll see what the Chiefs can do. But
Yeah, I thought that receiving core was going to be better, and they didn't look very good. And
yeah,
I think Tony had like 1 yard, and Sky Moore didn't get a catch, or the other
hmm
way around. I mean, those are supposed to be their like number one or number two, and
yeah,
they got nothing out of it. And maybe just having Kelsey in the middle like opens it up for everyone,
yeah.
and
Because
they
then
figure it out. But
even Pacheco only he had like 26 yards on the ground or something like that, and
yeah,
I thought that dude was going to go off this year. Like he was
I thought
coming
so
on
too.
strong last year, but yeah,
But also like the Lions defense looks like they could be,
yeah,
top tier this year. So
yeah,
maybe it was just how good their defense was. Maybe it was just like
maybe,
first week rust, but
yeah.
yeah, they didn't show me a
They
whole
still
lot.
got they still got Andy Reid calling plays though, and that guy's a hellacious play caller. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, but yeah, Broncos look better than last year, I guess, somewhat.
I didn't see the
Um,
game.
it,
Not
yeah,
not quite as
didn't
bad.
yeah, like it still reeks of last year, but it's not like it's like they took a shit, but then they sprayed some air freshener over the top of it, and so it's like smells slightly better. But I don't know. Sean Payton, if anybody's gonna do something with Russ right now, it'll be Payton. He's pretty good coach too. So Herbert's a stud, but the Chargers are the Chargers. I mean, I don't know. They could be good, and they probably will be good until, like I said, till the end of the season. Then they'll choke.
Yeah, I mean, I think they play against the Dolphins. Dolphins look really good.
Yeah,
Um, really good offense, definitely.
yeah,
So I assume the Chargers will probably be okay
yeah,
going forward.
yeah. Jacksonville, I think, is going to be pretty good this year.
Yeah,
Um, I think Sunshine's if he gets rolling, they could be kind of a dark horse for the AFC. Um, yeah, and then Miami looks really good. Um, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if your Raiders are in the playoffs at like probably wild card spot. I'd think, but I don't know. That'll kind of
I don't
hinge
know.
on
I
what
mean,
Kansas City looks like.
it does, and like if Garoppolo can do anything, I don't think he's that good.
I don't
I
think
think
so
he's got,
either.
but I think he might have a better deep ball than Carr.
Mm,
So that helps with Adams.
yeah,
And I mean Adams is a stud.
Adams
Uh,
is
and
he's legit.
and Jacobs was good too. So
Did they
uh,
sign him finally, or did they or
yeah, I thought
extend it?
so.
Okay, yeah, because he's legit a stud. I had him on a fantasy team last year, and that dude went off.
Yeah,
Um, so I think the AFC West is pretty wide open at the moment. Um, AFC East, I think as of right now, until Tua gets killed on the field, Miami looks like they're the ones to beat there.
absolutely.
Buffalo's got a lot of talent though. I like
Uh,
Josh Allen. I just don't know if he's got the killer instinct or something. He always comes up short.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is his year. He's clearly got the talent,
Yeah,
huge arm,
yeah,
and like a
and
good team around him too. So,
yeah.
but
They
you can
were
say the same thing about Miami's.
yeah. And Buffalo was missing Vaughn too, so like Von Miller's a beast. That guy he's incredible. So that's that's a big hole in your defense when he's not on the field. So
Yeah.
I could still see Buffalo being good, but they didn't look very good the other night. And then um the North is pretty wide open.
AFC.
Yeah, AFC North.
I mean, I would have said Bengals should like wrap up the division,
Yeah,
but that was a rough first week for him.
yeah, it
Um,
wasn't great.
I assume Burrows is going to be back to being his regular self, but that was ugly.
Yeah, yeah. I'd still say the Bengals are probably my favorite to win the North. But is this is Cleveland's year where they actually do good?
I mean, if Watson was better, and I mean Chubb's a stud, uh,
Yeah,
they got they
they
can move
still
the
got
ball.
they still got Jarvis Landry over there.
I forget. I think so.
Yeah, I forget who all they have, but I don't know, they could be good, but they're the Browns too. You just always got to remember that.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, the rest of the NFC is kind of meh. There's it, it's pretty top heavy.
I think the Lions are going to win the North, but the Packers look much better than I expected.
Yeah,
Love looked pretty good and very efficient,
that's what I
um,
heard.
which is not. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to tell because he's barely ever gotten in a game.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's played like he started like a few games when Rodgers was hurt, but like you haven't really seen a whole lot from him. But what I did, from that first game, pretty excited.
yeah. Well, that's yeah. My boss is a Packer fan too, and he was happy. He said the same thing. Love looked pretty good. Um, yeah, I could see the Packers getting in the like wild card maybe, and I don't know. It's also still the Lions. They could always just shit the bed, but
Yeah, I hope so,
they look
but
pretty good.
they did look
NFC
good.
NFC South looks like I mean they look like that's a trash division. Falcons, Bucks, Saints, Panthers, like that's a wide open division too. Who knows?
I have no idea. Just Saints without Kamara for 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
That's probably not going to go great for him.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. But you got a rookie quarterback,
Yeah.
the Panthers. Like
Yeah.
it's
Then you got
unlikely that's going to be. He's going to be like great immediately.
yeah, and then there's that
Um,
is he a rookie or second year quarterback at Atlanta? That was it Desmond Ritter?
I don't know.
I'm not this is what I this is what happens when I don't watch college football for a couple years. I was like, who the
Right.
fuck are these people? And then yeah, then Baker Mayfield down at the Buccaneers. I mean, he's good for a couple chippy wins a year, and then he's also good for a whole bunch of interceptions and complete meltdown. Um, I don't know. And then San Fran they look dirty good.
Hmm.
Um, you think the Cowboys are they for real, or was the Giants just that bad?
Um, I think the Giants are that bad, but
I think
Prescott's good. They got Tony Pollard was pretty good last year.
yeah,
I think they like. Uh, I think they'll be fighting for playoff position there.
I think so. I think Philly wins that division though.
Oh, absolutely.
Um, Jalen Hurts is fucking legit. That's probably the best, like most well rounded team in the NFL. Like They got a good O line. They got a good D line. They got they got good enough in the secondary, and then they got all sorts of toys on offense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good team.
Yeah,
They should. I expect them going far in the playoffs again. So
yeah. I'm not a Philly fan, but it's kind of like with CU. I'm no longer a CU fan, but that I like that team that they got put on, and I kind of like same way with Philly. Like they're fun to watch.
yeah, it is
I
fun.
so I that's yeah. We'll see, but the NFL has a way of just like there's a lot of parody nowadays. Like when you see Joey Burrow and Pat Mahomes shit the bed for week one, you're like, oh shit, like maybe maybe these teams aren't as good. I don't know, but then it's still week one, so
Yeah, I mean that's another thing is like I don't want to put too much weight on first week.
yeah.
If
Except the
it happens like
Jets,
2 or 3
that
weeks in a row, oh yeah,
that one sucked.
yeah. And I do think the Giants are very bad. So
I think so too.
some of those things
yeah.
are true, but I'm like there's no way I'm writing off Burrows unless he's got like several bad weeks in a row.
Right. Same way, and that's the same way with Mahomes. Once Kelsey's back and he's healthy, like they'll put up 30, 40 points a game again. It's like
Mm-hmm.
they'll score. But I don't think the AFC West is quite the lock it was, or I thought it was coming into the season. I thought for sure Kansas City was just going to run away with it, but
I
I don't
still kind
know.
of think they will, but maybe
Yeah,
not as big of a gap.
maybe not. I think if anybody's got a solid chance at it, it'd be the Chargers, but if they don't choke.
Same old
Um,
Chargers, man.
yeah. Oh, it's like you can set your clock to it. Like, they're good, they're good, they're good, and here's where the slide begins. And they can never stop the slide either. It just meltdown after meltdown. But early pick for a Super Bowl.
I mean, it's like Philly.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of boring pick. Miami maybe be an outside shot.
Yeah. That'd be a pretty sexy matchup. Miami Philly.
That'd be
Like
fun to watch.
it would be fun. Yeah, I think my NFC championship is just rematch of last year. I think Niners Eagles. Um I'm gonna throw Jacksonville in the mix. I think they might actually be pretty damn good. And
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what their outside the division schedule looks like, but within the division they ought to run away with that. So
Yeah.
we'll see. I mean, they
Ridley
came
looks like
on
a good pickup.
yeah. And they got Zay Jones. I mean, they got some pieces, and they kind of come on strong at the end of last year, and that Trevor Lawrence should be a really good quarterback. He hasn't had much of a chance to be until last year, and he showed some flashes of it. So we'll see. But I'm gonna kind of that's my dark horse for the AFC, but it'd probably be Kansas City, Miami in the championship would be my other picks. I think that's kind of
Okay.
a three-way race in the AFC.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, I don't know what Baltimore is going to be. Cincinnati, I mean, they could always be in there. Buffalo could be in the mix too, but AFC is pretty stout. They're a lot stronger conference than the National League or the National.
Yeah, I think so too. But I mean, it's so hard to tell because some of the teams I thought were going to be really good
Yeah.
had terrible games, and I'm getting some okay games out of like I don't know, like the Packers that I didn't see coming,
Uh,
or even like I
Bear
don't know.
Bears ain't gonna do shit, so you can take them off the NFC North. But the other three, that I mean, it's kind of a jump ball. I think Detroit has the best chance to win it, but um, Minnesota can win some ball games. Green Bay looks okay.
Yeah,
Uh, do the Raiders or the Broncos end up in the bottom of the AFC West? That's the real question.
um, my guess is the Broncos.
I'm I'm hoping not, but that's kind of where it's looking like. They're not a good football team, I don't think.
I mean, unless Wilson like turns back into old Wilson, they got
Yeah.
some serious problems.
Yeah, the receiving core is trash. Running backs, they're okay, I guess. Defense is still pretty decent. The O line's improved a little bit. They got McGlinchey over there, but nah, I'm not excited about it. Like nothing about them tells me that they're going to be anything like to really root about. But I'll watch them.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll be watching a lot of Lions
Yeah,
this year. We'll see. Everyone here thinks they're win the Super Bowl already. They're they're celebrating like they won the Super Bowl week 1. So
yeah. Maybe tone it back a little bit. It's
yeah,
still
act
got
like you've been
16
there
games
before,
left. Yeah. Oh, Lions are. They're like just as bad as the Browns, but they're like more lovable for some reason than of all like the loser franchises. Like the Lions are kind of the most lovable.
yeah, definitely. I don't know.
Like they've never
Hard to
been
like
really.
Cleveland.
Yeah. Well, and the Lions have never really been good enough to be like a true rival to anybody either. They're just like, eh. So like they're kind of hard to hate because I mean, what's there to hate about them? It's
Well,
usually kind of an easy win.
the Lions' biggest rival is the Packers, but the Packers' biggest rival is the Bears. So
Right.
it's
And then the next biggest is the Vikings.
yeah,
And,
we don't really
so
think about the Lions.
right. So yeah, like they're not even like a true rival to anybody. It's weird. But I guess that's what happens when you just continually lose. But oh well. All right, well, we'll see. We'll come back next week and we'll see how we did.
Sounds good.
All right, Jake, this was fun. We'll looking forward to it next week. If you guys got any picks you want to send our way, maybe I'll set up something on Instagram where you can submit your picks and shit talking or whatever. But we're not professional gamblers, so take any of these picks with a grain of salt. But like I said, we'll see what we did after the weekend. So
Yep, sounds good.
all
Be
right,
looking forward to some shit talking on Sunday.
yes sir, yeah, we'll it's gonna be fun. So appreciate it, Jake. We'll see you in here next week.
Thanks, man.
All right, move your ass. We're burning daylight.
Your eyes up in the morning, beneath the stars so bright. Pull your hat down, make sure your cinch is tight. Horse is kinda snuffy, cold chill up your spine. We'll get your ass moving, son, we're burning daylight. Burning daylight. see the horizon, it's looking pretty bright. Well, get your ass moving, son, we're burning daylight. Burning daylight. Burning daylight. In the saddle till the job's done right.